Hi everybody, welcome to the Makeup Chair. Today I'm doing a series of different step-by-steps when it comes to the process of applying makeup. Now the name of this video suggests which step we're at the moment, but if you want to have a look at all the other steps you can check the link up here which will take you to the playlist. Otherwise, just keep watching. So we've already prepped the skin, we've applied our foundation and our concealer, and now we're going to make sure that our foundation or concealer lasts a really long time by making sure we set it. This will also help if you have oilier skin. So there's a few different ways of setting your foundation. I have two products here that you can try. This is a loose powder. A loose powder is something more for the oilier skin type, and it kind of absorbs a little bit more oils than the pressed powder does. And this is the pressed powder. The great thing about pressed powders is that it can be used on anybody's skin. You can get it in a variety of different shades if you need a little bit extra coverage, and you can also use this to kind of freshen up your foundation during the day. So what I'll usually do is, if I notice that my skin is starting to go a little bit kind of patchy, if it's not blending, if I want it to look a little bit fresher, I will take a little bit of this with my brush, swirl it over my face, after a few hours that I've applied my foundation, and it'll just make sure that it looks really fresh, like it's just been applied, and then I can make sure that I've kind of gotten rid of any oiliness. The only thing you want to do is to make sure that you blot the skin before you reapply some powder, because otherwise you will get kind of a cakey look. There's also a few different ways that you can apply either of those. With a powder puff like this is great if you have oilier skin and you need to make sure that it really is set, or you can apply it with a big brush like this. I actually like using a brush because I just find that you don't get that kind of cakey look. So we're going to set our foundation, and I'm just going to use a pressed powder. So we're going to take a little bit of this onto our brush like this. This is great also if you find that your foundation is a little bit too light or a little bit too dark. You can kind of help by using an alternative powder just to make sure that they're kind of even. So if your foundation is on the light side, you can use a darker powder, slightly darker, not too dark. If foundation is slightly on the dark side, you can use a lighter powder. So this is kind of light for me. And I'm just dusting it very lightly over the face. You can apply as much powder as you want. The only thing is to remember, after you've applied it, to work down the face like this with a nice big brush, and this is just going to make sure that all the hairs in the face are lying flat, and it'll stop your face from looking too hairy. A lot of people say that once they've applied powder it just makes their face look really kind of hairy and the hairs kind of stick up on their face. This will just make sure that all of those hairs are lying flat. So that is this step completed. If you want to have a look at all the steps within this series, you can check the link up here. It's going to take you to the playlist where you can have a look at the other videos. I'm Sinead Katie, and thank you for watching.